Obviously we got off to a pretty good start and played some really good basketball through 16, 17 minutes of play in the first half. Ran into that rough patch that we've seemed to be running into the last two or three ball games. Where I think they finished on an 11-2 run, 11-3 run going into the half. And we came out in the first 4 minutes and kind of more of the same. They came out so the going into the half and coming out of the half. Excuse me. They played really well. We didn't, and they got a little bit of a working margin right there, and we're battling back for the rest of the night. We missed some free throws there coming down the stretch of giving us an opportunity to get a lot closer and make it really interesting there at the end. But our offense, was anemic. One pass, a shot, a lot of poor shots, and didn't give ourselves a chance to get on the offensive board, which we were doing so well. We were running much better offense and moving them around and spacing them, and gave up far too many transition baskets all game long. Those are hard to defend. That drives their shooting percentage up, and because I thought we were doing a pretty good job of guarding them on the perimeter in terms of forcing them into some tough shots and missing. But when they're shooting layups or getting the offensive glass there down the end, those are high percentage shots, and it was tough to overcome. Yes.
Coach, talk about the current confidence of the team. How do you think they're taking relative to this?
Well, you watched the beginning of the game. I thought they came out, in pretty good shape. I think what we're finding a tough time to do is sustaining 40 minutes of good play. And part of that is the fact that it's tough to get through with the entire roster right now with J.K. and out, and then Moses is out. And I feel bad for Moses. He gets back. He had a great day of practice, and he came out ready to play, and he falls on his head, and he's got a concussion. But and he had 17 in the game before that. So that you struggle with that as well. Not that we were playing 40 minutes, but it does make it hard to push that out. And that's what we got to do. We got to push it out from 27 minutes. We got to get closer to 40 in order to win games. And tonight's a good example. We played some really good basketball in the first half. There were times there in the second when we were catching up that we did some good things, but not enough to sustain good basketball. But they're doing a good job of bouncing back and coming out and playing well. With Cincinnati, we're shorthanded. We came out and battled them and led for much of the game. In fact, with 5 minutes to go, led the game. St. John's game started great in the game. Started the second half. Tonight. So we're doing some similar things in terms of putting good stretches together. We're not able to sustain them. Part of it is the roster and that kind of thing, but another part of it is mental toughness. We got to get better play out of our point guard position. The turnovers at untimely times, if you will, is a problem for us.
It seemed like Worrell had some good and bad today. Where do you see his game right now? Where does he progress?
We just need to be more consistent. He's struggling against pressure because we ask him to do a couple of things. He's not doing it. We want him to attack pressure, not stand back. We don't want him to lob over pressure with his size. We want him to play underneath. And when he doesn't do that, it's a problem. When he attacks pressure and dribbles through it, now we're in an attack mode and we get some easy stuff. And he's got to stay aggressive. He can't stand back and let the size swallow him up.
How frustrating is it to see that you guys did have that lead and just couldn't really buckle down that?
Yeah, it's real frustrating. I mean, first half we had the lead, but second half we gotta keep the lead going. But we can't lose our focus or nothing. That's what we did. We just let them come back in the game. We was forcing a lot of turnovers and stuff. We were just making bad mistakes in the second half, and that's how they win the game. Yeah, that's what Worrell do. He always look for me. And, he's a great point guard, and we gonna need that for the next game, Big East game. Brandon Young was just frustrated. He was just down in the South, man. I was trying to pick him up and stuff, and the team was trying to pick him up, but he was just down, and he had an off night.